turn on the torch, light up the flame, time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create again. Thought I'd give you a treat and show you two different ways of this thing running. Right now I just switched on, and I'm going to switch on both. The 5 liter per minute and the 10 liter per minute concentrators are now on. And of course this is the Bethlehem. And I have had a lot of fun playing just with what this torch can do with the concentrators. And that's the basic flame that you can get, and it's not fantastic, but it can melt some glass, believe me. And to give you an idea, I'll pinch off the end of this sucker real quick. Keep the glasses on so that I don't burn my eyes out. And then what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and I have borrowed a tank of oxygen from my good friend Adam Manlove, who I have done a few videos at his house. And you can see that thing is nice, running smooth. It's not boiling the glass that much. Actually, it's not boiling the glass at all, which is a good thing I love about the Bethlehem flame. We can see that's pinching that glass quite nicely. Thusly. Okay. Now, let me show you the difference. I'm going to turn this off. Both and you can get a lot of good flame out of those. And I have the setup where all I have to do is just take that off, take off the air hose from one and connect up another. The oxygen hose goes to the same one, but this one I have to tighten in and screw up. You can't see me doing this, but believe me, you don't want to waste oxygen. Now give me a second. I've got to run out to the outside where I have the tank. There we go. We are now live with what you can do with an oxygen tank with this thing. And I tell you, I love what I can get with it out of any size range. I am going to get my own home oxygen volume thing where I will have higher pressure, but at the moment, let's melt some glass. Now, the first thing you notice is no hum of the concentrators. And there, yeah, you can see that there's a lot to play with there. I mean, yeah, I'm not getting the full range of it that I can get with the Bethlehem, but I am getting a good range for me. And believe it or not, this flame, even with the concentrators, is hotter and bigger than what I'm used to with just the Carlisle. Now, what we're going to do is, I just did a video, and I'll put a connection down at the bottom, where I did a double encasement. I put Turbo Cobalt from North Star over heavy blue stardust, and it makes a very nice, sparkly, glittery type of glass. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to make, do I have some of that? Yeah, I do have some of that in green. And this is an encasement with the blue stardust with green exotic. And I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this light does not do it justice, but there's a lot of sparkly glittery going on. Anyway, Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it on the bottom of this thing. And we're going to make a frog just out of what we're doing here. First I got to get the glass hot enough to start spreading it around. Oh yeah. Stretched out a little bit and cracked and broke, but that's okay because it's all working. Oops. There we go. I'm going to press that. Like so. I hope you can see where I'm pressing that. If not, I guess I could bring it in just a little closer just to make sure. I don't need it much. This will do though. It's just a frog. Simple, simple frog. Another thing I've noticed with the bigger glass that I've been playing with the Bethlehem, my wire cutter type nips that I've been using for the doesn't quite snuff it. Now it will. Okay. There we go. Whoa. Now the idea is to let that sort of sink in. Matter of fact, let's hold on to it with two handles so it doesn't slump as bad. Oh yeah. This can melt some glass. There we go. I'm going to tweeze it out slightly. Never around when you want them. There they are. Bring it in. Back to the scissors. So I can pinch just about right there. The reason I pinch it is for the head. To see the frog. There we go. Now, I've done most of the heavy melting and then stuff that I need to do, so I'm going to kick it back a whole bunch of a notch here and bring in just the center flame for a while. See, that's the thing about this thing. You don't have to melt it full force all the time. Oh, that wasn't good. You don't have to melt it full force all the time. That's the cool thing about this, is that you can kick back and do just a little. But if you needed to melt a whole lot, you have it available. Okay, itch. I hate it when you got an itch on the end of your nose or wherever when you got hot glass in here. Now, and now. Oh, here it is. Green exotic, just green exotic. I'm going to put some legs on this thing. Make sure, even when you're doing big and mean and heavy, that you're always melting in. that you're making one piece of glass, not several pieces of glass just stuck together. It makes a better piece in the long run. You want to be remembered? Take your time. Do it right. Well, there are times that you don't have to take your time because you know what you're doing and you can do it fast enough. But take your time to put it together well is what I mean. Anyway. Now, some legs. Back legs, I mean. This is looking good. And what I do with the legs, the back legs, is I pull forward like so. Then get about halfway out. And then just fold it over. So like my fold and pull, but very simple. And that makes the back legs to the frog. Very simple fold and pull. Okay, let's get the other one done. Same idea. Now, sometimes you do that and the legs aren't quite as even. So what you do is you heat and tuft it up a little bit so that they become more even. Now I'm going to put jade green. I have some right here, little duplicate dots, and believe it or not, that is going to make that just where I want it. Into the eyes, into the toes. And taking this back a little bit more. We don't need a lot, we just need a little. Oops. That went in the wrong spot. Of course it's not going to come off easy. There we go. It's not that you make mistakes, it's how you recover from your mistakes. And making it still look good after the fact. It makes the difference. Okay. One eye. There's the other eye. The toes are going to go on very similar to this. One on each side of this leg, and so on and so forth. Now usually I make these into pendants, but this one, I think I'm going to just leave as is, because I can. Very few that I make into just standable, shuffleable pieces of art. But in the meantime, I gotta hold on to this sucker. Yeah. Squeeze that off. It's looking good otherwise. I kind of like it. Haven't done a... Again, this I could have done with the oxygen concentrator, this type of flame, no problem. But knowing that you have the availability of a full range torch does help from time to time. It's not the know-all end-all, but it does help from time to time. Something to look forward down the road for me. Again, I'm going to do an HOV, high volume oxygen system, HVO, whatever it is. Dyslexia, sorry guys. I'll probably get a few. Looking forward to it, really am. And then I could take on a few more students and stuff. Right now, my little shed is basically big enough for me and maybe one or two other people for a short period. It's not a big studio, but that can change. Okay, that is going to go straight into the oven. But before I do, I'm going to see if we can get you can, if you get it at the right angle, you can see that sparkly glittery throughout that whole frog. And as it cools, it's going to sparkle and glitter even more so. So it's a neat little piece, and I'm glad I came up or found that basic idea. Okay, I went to Walmart and got a big long pair of tongs, and the reason I need the tongs is to put it in my new oven without burning the fingers off. So I think they were at Wally World for a decent price, like less than $1. With that, I want to thank you for being there, and Carpe Vitro. And as always, enjoy your day. It's not turning off, is it?